Good morning, Michael Feller here with Deals TV on Tuesday the 15th of September. And first up, some exciting news overnight. Sprint Nextel shares rose 9% on the New York Stock Exchange on a rumour that Deutsche Telekom's T-Mobile could make a bid for the company. Currently, Sprint Nextel is number 3 in the US mobile market, whereas Deutsche Telekom's T-Mobile is number 4. Together they would be the number 2 carrier, beating AT&T for the spot and rivaling Verizon Wireless. Verizon is a joint venture between Verizon Communications and Vodafone of Great Britain. Interesting for Australia is that Vodafone obviously did a joint venture with Hutchison Telecommunications, and of course T-Mobile did a deal with Orange, the mobile division of France Telecom, just last week to create a possible number 1 mobile carrier in the United Kingdom. So we've got some movements in America, Britain and Australia. What does it mean for Telstra? Well, not sure at this stage, but something else could mean something far more significant for Telstra, and that's what the Chinese telecommunications carriers are doing. Currently, I think they form the top 3 of 4 spots in global telecommunications companies by market capitalisation. That's China Mobile, China Telecom and China Unicom, I believe. And they're all eyeing initial public offers in the next year or so. And none of those companies have explicitly stated that they'll expand into Western or developed world markets. But they could follow the example of Singapore Telecommunications, which of course owns a large chunk of Optus here in Australia, as a type of anchor holding so that they can then expand in riskier growth markets like Indonesia or Bangladesh or what have you. So something to watch out for. The telecommunications industry has changed dramatically in the last 10 years. Nothing's going to stop it changing equally dramatically in the next 10 years, especially with things like national broadband networks and so forth. So expect some possible deals that Telstra may have to either face as a defender, or maybe even Telstra could get in the acquisition space. Elsewhere now, speaking of China, something called Glorious Property, which is in the real estate market, unsurprisingly, is eyeing a $1.5 billion IPO in Hong Kong. And China Investment Corporation is looking to buy a stake in America's AES Corporation, the former part of Enron. That's a rumour, but has nevertheless sent shares higher. Closer to home now, ExxonMobil, the US oil and gas company, may increase its investment in the Scarborough project in Western Australia. Scarborough is of course a joint venture with BHP Billiton, which we discussed in the breakfast deals yesterday. BHP focusing more on the Gulf of Mexico, it seems, rather than Western Australia LNG projects. But Exxon certainly seems bullish on the prospect, and of course Gorgon was signed off yesterday. So maybe we'll see more deals in that space. And also, Industry Funds Management is looking at a trade sale of 50% of Pacific Hydro, according to the Financial Review. That's definitely one to watch out for. Anyway, that's all we've got time for this morning. I'll see you tomorrow.